Welcome to Ask Me Anything with me, Andrea Nordling, founder of the Profitable Nutritionist. I'm going to just jump right in, looking at my notes here. Here's the question. What's your best strategy for online file organization? I feel so overwhelmed with this task and it takes me forever to find things, which is a time killer. My system, or lack thereof, is not working. All right, Chris, great question. So first, let me say that this will grow as your business grows. The way that you organize assets in your business, files, client files, marketing, swipe files, your just all of your processes, all of it will grow as your business grows. So start very, very, very simple, but with intention. So my suggestion here that I'm going to give you is with the thought in mind that this is going to continue to grow and you're going to be able to build on top of it. So you're going to make it more sophisticated later. Start very simple. And know that you can and probably will, if you're not real gifted at organization yourself, you probably will hire someone else to make this better in the future. This does not have to be you actually doing this. I know in my business, I have my own creative little system for file organization and naming conventions of files, and it worked for me and it worked for my brain. However, when I brought in my first online business manager or VA virtual assistant to come in and help and start taking over the recurring admin tasks and making processes like this in my business, this was pretty much one of the first things she did. She loves organization. She naturally has a lot of systems and processes for this. So she's like, show me what you have, show me how it works for you. And then I'm going to build out a system that still works for your brain, meaning my brain, and also is going to be more streamlined and logical so that as we add more people to the team, it is more cohesive and makes sense to everybody, not just to me. So that's probably what you'll do too. Just know that in the future, you will have somebody probably come in if you're not real gifted in the organization department and they will set it up for you. You could do that now, or you can start with this simple framework and build from there. Okay. So here's my Google Drive example. If you have, I guess I shouldn't take that for granted. Have one place where you have all of your things. Maybe it's in Google Drive. Maybe it's in Dropbox. Maybe it's in iCloud. I don't know where it is, but have all of your stuff backed up on the cloud somewhere in a storage system that is accessible by you from multiple devices and from other people as you add team members or other people need to access your stuff so that they can support you in your business. Okay. Google Drive is what a lot of people use. We'll use that as an example. So inside your Google Drive folder for your business, which is separate from your personal, first of all, separate those two things. Never the two shall cross. Church and state. You're going to have your business folders. And inside those business folders, I want you to organize them in 3 big folders: marketing and sales, operations, and fulfillment. These are like the 3 big departments in your business. Marketing and sales, pretty obvious what's going to go in there. All of your marketing and sales documents, assets, processes, copy, all of that goes into that folder. Your operations folder is all of the back-end stuff, the admin stuff, your systems and processes literally in your business, your financials, profit tracking, spreadsheets, that kind of stuff is all operational. It's the back of house. No clients are ever seeing that. That's internal in your operations department. And then your fulfillment department is all client facing. So these are all of the assets that are required to fulfill the delivery of your offer to your clients. So 3 departments: marketing and sales. And as your business gets really big, you would break those into 2 separate departments. But in the beginning, and for most people that will watch this video, marketing and sales in one folder, operations in a second folder, and then fulfillment, client fulfillment specifically in your 3rd folder. This will set you up for success as you add team members to your team in the future. And just as you start thinking about your business as having different departments, even if you are running all of the departments and you're the sole employee in all of the departments right now, it's going to get your brain trained in on like what goes where and what assets go into these buckets. And then inside, of course, those bigger folders have subfolders for the different types of marketing. And then you'll have, files and maybe even more folders nested in there, but it'll all be in the appropriate departments, which gets to be important when, like I said, you're adding team members in the future that don't need access maybe to all of your files and all of your folders. If you're bringing on a marketing person, they don't need to know any of your operation stuff. They don't need your client fulfillment stuff. They need the marketing. See how that will be buildable over time. Now I'm looking at my notes. What else did I want to say? Be consistent with your naming conventions. Use dates in the brackets when that is useful. and you know that you're going to need to know when you did something, especially if you have copies. I know where this comes into play for us in my business is when we have marketing copy that we use at different times. So we might do one big launch in September, but we also repeat that in the fall. And I want to know what assets go with what, like this kind of the same stuff or the same theme. It might have the same title, but I want to know like which launch was it for? And so we would use brackets and dates there to make that easy. Also, in the titling of your documents and your folders, don't use abbreviations. Use the full title, because if you lose something or if you want to have it easily accessible, you're going to use the search bar and you're going to type in the full thing that it's called. You might not remember what the abbreviation was that you used, and you want to make everything really easily searchable, especially as you're adding other people to support you in your business in the future. Use the whole name so that everybody can find it. Okay. Ultimately, just know that you will grow the system as your business grows. Start simple. Just start with something. And I recommend having all the stuff in one place, separate your personal and your business, obviously, and then having your 3 different departments for your business to organize your assets inside. Great question.